City groups. This is the Mercy Week. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And so let's ask these questions. First of all, number one, what is mercy? How would you kind of define that? What does it look like? And there's some aspects to that. There's some action to that. So make sure you get the full kind of definition there. Number two, the question is, when is the last time someone showed you mercy? Perhaps it was that officer who didn't give you a ticket when you deserved it. Perhaps it was someone who baked a casserole for you or something like that. But why don't you just share for a minute something, man, someone did this for me. I didn't deserve it, didn't earn it. They did it, it was kind, compassionate, and maybe even a little deeper. Maybe it is, I just knew it was Jesus in them. Like we looked at that verse in 2 Corinthians where it says God comforts us so we can comfort other people. And maybe you just knew, man, that was not just someone being nice, but that was God displaying his glory through that person who died to self, the self-life, lived for the kingdom righteousness of God, which we talked about last week. And I'm getting to enjoy the mercy from that and that compassion from that. Just share that with your group if you would. Number three, when is it most difficult, to be merciful? Maybe you find a certain situation to be compassionate. Maybe it's the kids in the morning as you're trying to get out to car, like get to the car and just get into school, and to be patient. For me, it has to be bedtime. Like when I say it's time for bed, it is like I want soldiers running, sprinting to the bathroom, brushing their teeth, and diving into the bed to not say another word. And if we violate any of that, it just feels like they're torturing me. And so that is a work of Jesus every night, that every time I have the opportunity to put the kids to bed, that I would say that comes right to the top of my mind. Maybe you have a better one than that. Share it with your group. Number four, have you had a change? And what I want to say there is chance to display maybe a change in the way that you live, to display kingdom mercy with someone this week. That was kind of the final challenge of the message, was that not just, hey, yeah, we need to be merciful, but look, this is super practical, right? Like in our life, this week, maybe it's with your secretary, maybe it's with your kid's teacher, maybe it's with your mother-in-law or someone in your life that God would allow you to say, hey, I'm gonna die to the self-life, seek first the kingdom of God, hunger and thirst after doing what is right, and be merciful, compassionate to this person in some way. You know, the cool thing is that they get to experience the mercy and the compassion and love of God, and you get to be filled, as last week's verse said. But did you have an opportunity to do that? If your group meets on Sunday night, you only had like 4.5 hours, so maybe you didn't get to it. But if you're later in the week, this one may have a little more stories to share in it. But if you haven't yet, then get to it, and we'll see you next week.